Today on the channel, we're going to grunt our way through another G.I. Joe retro card unboxing, this time with Robert Grunt GIJOE.
The spirit of Ultimate Warrior will run forever!
Welcome everyone, Kyle here, and welcome back to the channel for another G.I. Joe retro card unboxing and review. And today on the channel, we got to return to the line, kinda, with Grunt. But for all your Grunt needs and a whole lot more, hit up jaystoysandgames.com, use discount code Kyle, save yourself 15%, gotta get a deal out there. And you know we're going to do this review like we do all the other reviews on the channel. We're going to take a look at the packaging, we're going to talk about it, we're going to unbox it, we're going to talk about it. We're going to see where it goes from there as well. And we're going to dive into Grunt again, as he was part of the original Classified series line, gosh, during COVID times, if I'm not mistaken. And we'll compare that one in a little bit here. That was on the regular Classified series card. I believe that was one of those plastic-free packaging ones too. And I believe was also a Target exclusive that went to pretty deep clearance, even to Ross and all that kind of stuff. I did grab two of that one because of the helmeted head, made him kind of a army builder character, and Grunt's always been a bit of an army builder character throughout the years in the G.I. Joe history. I felt like it took till the 90s G.I. Joe where Grunt got his figure that was kind of his own personality, not just a green shirt kind of army guy, tan shirt army guy. He got a little bit of his own personality there. I want to say 91, 92, 91, I think is what it was. And I remember seeing that figure for the first time and thinking, oh, that's weird. They gave another character the name Grunt, and then finding out it's the same character with a new spin on it, which I thought was pretty cool. And I would say, me personally, I've read the comics, but I was always a cartoon guy. I've seen the cartoon a million times over the years. And Grunt was in that one episode, and I say I've seen it all the time now, World Without End or whatever it was, where he actually left the mainline reality, went to a different reality, different time frame, different time zone. You remember it. Very dark episode in the Cobra G.I. Joe War. Very cool. We remember all that. Of course, Steeler was involved. We'll never forget those episodes. Very classic. Grunt, I believe, did leave with a couple of the other Joes, three of the Joes, if I'm not mistaken, to leave forever. And then he came back searching for the Deke many years later. Remember that, Todd? Todd says, Deke? What? What? I'm hunting for it right now. But we do know, and a lot of people don't know this about Grunt, when he did leave, the reason was he didn't want to make that world better. He thought the timeline he was in was just so bad, he was actually contemplating ending it all, is what he was. He said, this is another way out because of the harassment of one, Conrad Hauser Duke. Yes, you can only imagine what Conrad Hauser would put him through in the G.I. Joe locker rooms. He would say, everybody be leaving after, a hard day practicing, on the shooting range and all this stuff. They'd be in the locker rooms and everybody's leaving. And then Duke would do that classic move. Hold on here, Mr. Graves. Everybody else will catch up later. And then you know what kind of shenanigans were involved with Duke at that point on. I am not going to go here. But there was harassment of the sexual variety. We know what was going on. Duke, what are we doing? Poor Grunt. He said, get me out of here. I can't live in this world with Duke anymore. So that's why he left. And a lot of people thought he went for other reasons. That was the reason. Fact check it all you want. It's true, Todd McFarlane. But there's Grunt on the retro card here, looking extra classic. I mean, this image here, classic early G.I. Joe is what that reminds me of. 4 and up as usual. Playing all the hits right here, but a pretty plain figure. Is this going to set the world on fire? I'm not exactly sure. Grunt on the back, cross sell down below, unboxing all those. Got the jibber jabber. Got the file card. Hopefully they left out some of that Duke stuff in the file card. I don't want to see any of that. Robert W. Graves, another fact to hear, Todd, you write this one down for our future book about the G.I. Joe toy lines, of course. Robert Graves, actually his brother, a lot of people don't know this, Michael Graves of the Misfits, briefly, if you guys know Michael Graves. Role infantry, primary specialty, infantry. Secondary specialty, infantry. Nope, it's not infantry. Small arms armorer, and that's what Duke gave him that nickname. He called him the small arms, and some of us have like a baby arm, some of us have a small arm. It is what it is. Birthplace, Columbus, Ohio. Beautiful this time of year. I was there for PowerCon many years ago. I wish I could go to PowerCon this year, but pesky work getting in the way. I got a big deal. Closing deals and heels. That's what I do. Maybe, maybe not, but closing a big merger deal type thing, work, boring stuff to you guys. But I can't go. I would be at PowerCon if I could. But it says, Grunt is highly motivated to get the heck off this Earth realm and away from Duke. Oh, wait. Nope, that's not right. Grunt is highly motivated, systematic individual. He's a stand-up guy who doesn't blow his cool in a firefight. But unfortunately, Duke made him blow a few things. We will leave that to your interpretation. But Grunt, an all-timer, as we do know as well. Ugh. Hard to get these guys out of the package. Remember the early editions of these? How flimsy the card was? That was a wild time. That was back when they were Walmart exclusives. I'll never forget that. I was part of the Double Up Club until I think Destro. And then I said, I give up. I can't find these mint. So I gave up. I got out of the Double Up Club. It was a hard time. It was hard to do. And at one time, I was like a full-on member of the Double Up Club on all G.I. Joe classified. See you later, goodbye. See you later, goodbye. And then I finally said, I can't keep up with that either. So there it is, Grunt. Grunting about here. We got all kinds of weapons with Grunt. He is an infantryman, after all. He's got to have all this stuff ready to go. And once again, I can see people buying this as a little bit of an army builder. I guess the green shirt figures make a little bit more sense for an army builder. But if you want a little extra pizzazz, a little extra, you could always get this one. You could pop heads, move heads around, use extra heads. There's a lot of reuse on this body if you need it to be. And there it is. Grunt, see you later. Goodbye. Got the G.I. Joe classified stand. Seen it before. We'll see it again. Diving into the rest of it. No extra hands with this one. But you got the Joe backpack. You do got a spot to put both rifles on the side. Love to see that as well. All in green. Very plain Jane. Very infantryman. Very green shirt G.I. Joe. Got a little pistol here in case you need it. Of course, Todd, you're my little pistol over there on the couch. We got a little pistol action here. And then we got the classic standard issue G.I. Joe blaster right here, looking very good. All in black, though. Used to this in the greens. I guess we've seen it in browns. We've seen it in a lot of colors. All black this go around. And then we got the big old machine gun here as well. Looking very nice. Nice in black. This is a very iconic, both of these very iconic Joe weapons. When I think of G.I. Joe, I think of stuff like this, of course. Oh, we do get a little magazine right here. And it's actually not a magazine. It's a little notebook for HR. Oh, it's to call HR. Apparently he was getting ready to call HR on probably Duke. I'm sure it was. So a little HR pamphlet there, but looking very good here for that. Got the green, oh man, we're warped on this one. But we got the green shirt standard issue helmet here for Grunt if you need that going on. Looking very good though, just plain Jane as there ever was. Now, diving into Mr. Grunt here, and man, it doesn't get much plainer in the Joe universe here. Looking like an accountant is what he looks like. Gosh, he looks like, and you guys will never remember this unless you're from my area, but there was a guy that used to do these commercials all the time, and we always have these local access commercials. Every area has it, and they play the same commercials for like literally decades, and this guy was always trying to push his credit card, like to consolidate his credit cards. You know, he's like, I can help you guys get out of a jam, and have all these commercials, but they would play for years and years. I remember one of them around the holidays. It was him at the mall, and I'm like, that mall is like not even here anymore, and it was a wild thing. But he looks just like that guy. So once again, you guys have no idea what I'm talking about, but maybe I'll find his picture and put that up there. Something Coates. Tom Coates? Could be. Tom Farland, you've been around this part, apparently. Tom Coates. And some kind of credit card thing. But anyways, never mind. But does look plain Jane, almost on his way to a unibrow. Always dangerous, of course, but almost looks like he's got a unibrow. Looks like he'd be a stern guy, there's no doubt. He's got a haircut you can set my grandma's watch to. This is her old school haircut she would be all about. She would say, that boy's got a nice haircut. And looks like an army guy is what he looks like to me. So pretty good in the head sculpt department. We'll compare it to his prior version here in a little bit. Got the vest over the top, got the little grenade action there. Looking very good. Got the holster on the back for the pistol. Always nice to be able to store stuff on them, as we do know. Got the green army outfit across the board here. It's just a plain Jane outfit. Looking interesting. Got the boots down here with some green piping against the brown. 2 trigger hands here. No gloves on old Grunt. Got a little bit of bicep or a butterfly shoulder. You got the bicep cut. Arms all the way around. Double jointed, pinless elbows. Hands back and forth, side to side. Head back and forth, side to side. Ab crunch, waist articulation. Drop down hips, a little bit of splits action for Mr. Grunt as well. Thigh cut, double jointed pinless knees, boot cut, ankles back forth side to side, up and down. All the hits being played right here. I just proved it. All the hits right there for old Grunt. And he should fit on a Mattel Wrestling WWE stand from Ringside Collectibles. And he does. So Grunt getting the job done no matter how he does it. And he's going to grunt if he needs to. But now we got the original version here from the classified line. Similar but different, as they do say. A little bit more pizzazz on this version, though, I will say. He's got the little satchels on the side of his thighs there, so we didn't get that this go around. We didn't get the gloved hands this go around. We got a totally different vest this time around. We got a different helmet as well this time around. It is a different head here. Very similar but different. It's like it's been repainted. A lot more gloss in the face, where this is more just kind of plain on that. Very interesting. Almost could be brothers. Maybe this is Michael Graves. Who knows? From the Misfits. Could be. But an interesting take on Grunt once again. I think when people think of Grunt, they think of more of this look, or maybe even a tan outfit, if I'm not mistaken. I am here, though, for that Grunt from 1991, we'll call it. I would like to see that one in the collection. I thought that was a totally different character, as I said earlier, so I would like to see that. We'd love to see more of those 90s characters, but at the end of the day, we follow the money with Hasbro. Those aren't as iconic as some of the original stuff. So I think it'll be some time. They'll pepper a few in, but they're not going to go hardcore into the 90s, I don't think so. But I go hardcore a time or two, Todd McFarlane, as you guys know as well. But there it is, Grunt from the Retro line, available over there at Jay'sToysAndGames.com. Tell them Kyle sent you. What's your thoughts on Grunt? Army building this one, picking it up. You're fine with the old one. What's your plan? Let me know in the comments down below. You made it this far, don't forget to like the videos. Videos every single day, 4 of them to be exact, between both YouTube channels. So subscribe to both those YouTube channels. Check out Patreon, check out YouTube channel memberships to support the channel, and for plenty of content, bonus content as well. Sir Paul64 on the X, the _Kyle_Peterson on Threads, Instagram, TikTok, and The Kyle Peterson Show at gmail.com, which is the name of my podcast, The Kyle Peterson Show, available every Tuesday wherever podcasts are found, with videocast on YouTube. So for Grunt, I'm Kyle. See you guys all real soon.
Are we gonna dance or are we gonna play?
We're going to the end of the line.